decluttering 20 minutes a day actually work? Short answer is yes. If you declutter for 20 minutes a day, day after day, week after week, your home will show the difference in those decisions. Even if it's only for 20 minutes or it's one or two decisions, over time that accumulates. In this video today, I'm showing you how I am tackling my dining room table for 20 minutes, and I'm going to talk about decluttering's role for me in a life of simple living and minimalism, and what these two phrases mean to me. Simple living and minimalism mean different things to different people. Welcome to the video and the channel. My name is Erica Lucas, and I have been sharing my journey to simple living via decluttering and minimalism for 5 years here on YouTube. For minimalism, it's about managing the amount of stuff that you have decided to keep in a way that doesn't stress you out and just simply makes life easier for yourself. For me, simple living is about uncomplicating parts of my life that need to be simplified. Over the years, minimalism has turned into a tool inside the creation of a simple life. Simple living to me is about living intentionally, deliberately, purposefully, and minimalism now is about an evaluation of our stuff, our belongings, how I manage our calendar, how I manage our time, our money, all the things, how I manage this dining room table. And then decluttering for me is now a tool inside of minimalism and simple living. And I started with decluttering before I understood what it meant to decide how much stuff to keep and what I wanted to keep inside of minimalism. And then how I decided that I want to simplify all the things I had chosen to keep on that journey. And thinking about the stuff that we own and that we buy as consumers, that for me is part of minimalism. How I choose to live with those things I've decided to buy and how I choose to carry on about my day and the choices I make throughout my life, that for me is simple living. Bottom line, in my opinion, I think simple living is about what is necessary in your life to feel happy, fulfilled. Whether or not that has anything to do with the stuff on your dining room table, your definition is going to look different than mine. That might mean you eat simply. You have simple hobbies, simple entertainment needs. You don't need 5 streaming services. Or maybe you started with 8 streaming services and now you're down to 4. And that for you is a major change. So if simplicity and simple living is just like a state of existence or a state of being, your lifestyle, then minimalism could be thought of as a technique that supports you achieving that simplicity. And I'm sharing my thought process with you today as I work on my dining room table because these are the things that were going through my mind as I was listening to music and working on the things on this table. The things on this table were delayed decisions, stuff I had decided to get rid of that I just needed to photograph and post onto Facebook Marketplace. It's been like this for a few days and it's starting to bug me, so I had to force myself to deal with it. And there are some things that they just parked themselves here. And I just didn't have the time or the interest in taking the action to actually physically get them out of my house. I expect to make more than $100 on the items sitting here today, so it felt worth my while rather than donating them or giving them away. I have also really liked having a tablecloth on this table at all times now. It's felt cozier and more inviting when we sit down to play games or have meals. It's just been a nicer feeling in this dining room, and the stuff has prevented us from pulling the tablecloth back. So when someone puts it on something on a table, it tends to attract more things and very quickly. We are a family of 5. And now that I go in and out of rooms each day, my intention has been to not leave a room until I've reset a section of it to better than when I came into the room. So for me today, this meant clearing off this table and dealing with those things. Having a cleared off table with just a tablecloth it acts like an invitation to my family to sit together and have meals, to sit together and play the game. And that is the part of a lifestyle, of the life that I want to have with our family, where it's easy for us to sit down and be together. And as I'm approaching this table today, I have actions that I have to take to get rid of the stuff, to actually put the decluttering choice to work and get it out of the house. For me, that's the minimalist living part. The simple living part is the habit that got me there to this decision today and the reduced complication in this room. There are so many labels that you can tack onto stuff, and YouTube likes it when you label stuff and you tag stuff so it knows what to share with people. So decluttering, minimalism, intentional living, simple living, this is all part of a vernacular for what I try to achieve on this channel. Ultimately, I am a seeker of simplicity, and that has been the summary of my last 5 years. I am seeking simplicity. My definition of simple living is relative to how we lived 5 years ago, and that's going to be different than yours. A house full of stuff, a lack of habits. I could not keep our home clean. We had too much stuff to even know how to begin or how to manage the life that we had in the house. And it's led me to this journey here on YouTube, figuring it out all along the way. And it's led me to tens of thousands of people who are also seeking simplicity. What I am doing here is listing on Facebook Marketplace some homeschool curriculum that my children have outgrown or we just don't want anymore. And I meet people in public when I'm out running errands or I deliberately meet someone. I do not give away my address. I do not have someone come to my porch. I meet them out in public, and I'm pretty flexible. If they're, a couple towns over, I usually have errands there anyway, so we just time it that way. When I make videos, sometimes I worry about the perception. So if somebody happens to find this video because they searched minimalism or decluttering or simple living and they land on this video, I worry it's not what they were looking for. Sometimes when you search those things, you get this idealistic portrayal of a simple life where there's no mess and everything is cooking from scratch. And that's not the life that I lead and that I share on here. There's nothing wrong with that. If that's something that someone can maintain, I think that's beautiful. And everybody's journey has a bit of beauty to it. And what I try to share here is the real life, messy, dirty path of figuring out how to simplify and how to feel happy and calm in your home. And then as soon as you figure it out, the season of life changes anyway. Kids get new sports, you have new hobbies and interests, and you have a major death or two in your family, and you just need time to process. The ebb and flow of life with simple living and minimalism works to support those emotions and those changes in life. One simple living habit that I am applying here in this video is to not leave a room without having reset it a little bit back to better than it was when I got there. I talk about that in this video here, which you can watch with me next. I hope you're doing well, and I appreciate you being here with me today.